Hi folks, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really does help when you do that. So today folks, this is my first video in a good long while. Don't worry, I am still alive, as some of you have actually emailed to ask me. And I think the best way to come back to YouTube today, as it were, is to show you a brand new guitar, or at least one that's new to me. This here is a Fidelity Stellarosa. Now this is handmade here in the UK in Cambridge. And Fidelity is a very interesting boutique brand with a very unique aesthetic, as you can see. And the Stellarosa is their top of the range model. And it really does show in this instrument here. The build quality and attention to detail are second to none. Even down to how the ends of the frets have been rolled around to make the neck super comfortable to play. It's all next level. And now that I've set this guitar up to work with my big thick strings, it plays like butter. So it really is a top shelf premium quality boutique instrument. Now the Stellarosa is loosely inspired by an old Japanese guitar called the Stella Japonica, hence the Stella in the name there. And if you've ever seen any pictures of those old guitars, you will certainly see the influence in this instrument, but this is definitely its own thing too. And the Stellarosa is also a collaboration with Marc at Mojo Pickups, also here in the UK. And when this particular guitar was new, this is the Stellarosa Junior model. So it had just one pickup in the middle here, and it was a Mojo Gold Foil, which it has in there again now. I'll tell you why in a minute. Now, the previous owner had swapped that gold foil out for a TV Jones T-Armond pickup, and in the process had also had the guitar routed out to accommodate a Fender Jaguar-style pickup right next to the bridge here. And the stock volume and tone control had been replaced for a single volume and three-way rotary pickup selector switch, which I didn't think I was going to like, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun having that. So when I bought this guitar, it had the T-Armond in it, but it also came with a Lola 50s wind P90. Now, I've already got a guitar that has T-Armonds in it, so I was always planning on putting the P90 in this guitar, which I did when it landed, and I just could not get it sounding right. It was a great pickup, but something about this guitar and that pickup combined with the Jaguar pickup, I just could not get the two to play nicely together. Regardless of what I did with the electronics and pickup heights and offset angles and all of that, I just couldn't get it to work. The P90 was really thick and meaty, and it just didn't sound right in this guitar. So in the end, I took it all back out and I went back to Marc at Mojo. So he's made me this gold foil pickup here. This is his Tysco style with a lower DC resistance. He also does the D-Armond with a higher DC resistance. This is the lower. And this is also now a Mojo Jaguar pickup too. And they're very different sounding, but they give me sounds that I can't get in any other guitar in my collection, which is exactly what I was wanting this instrument to be, because it's clearly not a T-style guitar or an S-style guitar or a Les Paul copy or anything. It's very unique, and I wanted the tones it can create to be unique as well. Now, a couple more specs before I actually let you hear this thing today. This is a roasted ash body with a roasted maple neck, so it's entirely roasted as an instrument. And the white finish is relict from new, which isn't usually my sort of thing. I like guitars having dings, but I like them to be genuine wear and tell a real story rather than be kind of doctored in the factory. But this has been done very tastefully, and I really do like it. The only wear on this guitar that isn't from new is the arm wear up there that the previous owner put on the top edge. But to be honest, I think that looks really, really cool. So I'm a big fan of how this guitar looks. Now, the reason Matt doesn't go to town and create an impeccable finish on his instruments is twofold. Firstly, because it kind of looks quite cool, being a bit relict and a bit rustic. But also, he says, because he doesn't want people to buy a top shelf boutique guitar and be terrified to play it because you might put a ding or a scratch on it. If it's got dings from you, you just get on and play it. So it's not for everybody, usually it isn't for me, but on this guitar, I'm actually really liking the kind of very subtle, tasteful relic job. So what I'm going to do today, folks, is just put this guitar through a variety of different amplifiers and primarily just crank them up so they're blistering loud here in the room. But I am going to throw a few pedals on as well, just to show you what unique sounds I can coax out of this thing, because it really is a fabulous instrument that I've really been enjoying getting to know and make my own. So, after a very long summer break, let's see if I can still play, shall we? So, without further ado, here we go. we are, folks. Now, please do comment underneath, let me know what you thought of this guitar today. What do you think about how it looks? Did you like how it sounds? Which pickup was your favourite? Which amp or pedal did you think it sounded best with? I love chatting nerdy guitar stuff with you folks down in the comments section. Now, I am loving everything about this instrument at the moment, and as I said in the intro, it's a very easy guitar to play. Even after an entire summer of barely playing guitar at all for various boring reasons, my hand's actually feeling okay having shot all of that today. It's got a lovely feel to it, but it's not a difficult guitar to play whatsoever. And the pickups sound absolutely amazing. That Jaguar pickup, it really puts me in mind, certainly into something like the Dr. Z Z-Rec today, of that old 60s Rickenbacker thing, just a little bit, when they had the old high-pass capacitor wired in line, because it's thin and bright and wiry and a little bit aggressive, but in all the right ways. It definitely put me in mind of that old sort of 60s Ricky thing, at least to my ears. And the gold foil is incredible. Clean is lovely and warm and woolly, and it just sounds really lush. But when you pile the gain on, it has a real sort of guttural throatiness to it. It sounds cheap, but in all the right ways. It has that kind of lo-fi, trashy Queens of the Stone Age thing going on. I'm really, really loving that gold foil with gain. But overall, I'm just really, really fond of this instrument. When I first saw it on Reverb, I wasn't really fond of how it looked, but it's really grown on me, and certainly since getting it and getting to know it and really making it my own, I've just fallen in love with this thing. It's my curveball guitar. It gives me sounds that no other guitar in my collection can give me, which is exactly what I was wanting from it. But as always, folks, just my thoughts, so please do let me know yours underneath. I love hearing from you guys on all this sort of stuff. So thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I hope this video was interesting and useful for you. Please do carry on subscribing. I know I always say it, but it makes a big difference when you hit subscribe. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.